Hey, um, so much has happened over the last 25 years, and still, in many ways, my life still feels like it's about to begin. Uh, Growing up the baby of three, when your brothers are 7 and 14 years apart from you, uh, you kind of are forced to grow up fast, or maybe that's just me. So you kind of take in the concepts that your grandmother and everybody taught you, and you try to use them in your everyday life. Um, I'm not afraid of getting old. Uh, I think everybody has a level of vanity that they hold in their heads, but I'm not that vain, so I'm not afraid of a few wrinkles, and believe me, I know that I have many. I don't have the Peter Pan complex that a lot of younger gay guys do, um, because I think that life is something that you're supposed to live responsibly and to the fullest, of course, but just don't be stupid. Um, and that's why I'm not afraid of dying, because um, when I turned 25, one of the big issues for me was that I wanted to go to Paris, and that I was going to finish school by the time I was 25. Because 26 to 32 was my time to travel and to try different things. And then when I'm 35, 34, oh god, that's when I wanted to have kids. But life doesn't work that way. You can't really plan or set a time limit for when you want to do certain things. And that's something that I learned the hard way. When you look at family pictures, it's hard because it's fun, and if time hadn't moved on, and if you hadn't gotten older, then you may never have had that extra little cousin that now fits in the picture. But it's also hard because you notice that some people that were in the picture are no longer with you. They're looking at you from some afar that we believe in and we have faith in, and that's that's the bad thing about getting older, that you sometimes see people that you really love go away. But then you realize that that person will always live on, because when you have a little kid, a little nephew, a little brother, cousin, whatever, you teach them. You teach them what that person taught you. And even to this day, before I'm about to cross the street, or before I'm about to eat rice with chicharros in it, I always think of her. I always think of her when I watch certain movies. Uh, so I think that sometimes the gift is always there. The birthday gift is always there, but you just don't focus on it until you really ponder about it. And these are gifts that you learn from friends too, like your cousin who's always there for you, your little cousins that you always want to check up on just to see if they're doing okay, your best friends, because they become your family even though they're not blood related, your mom, other people's moms, just because if you care about them, you care about their mother and about their well-being. I know that 26 is scary because I am now in a different little box that you check in on applications, or my insurance went down, so that's a plus, I guess. But it's also 4 years shy of 30, and I'm like, oh crap. But like I said, I'm not afraid of it. I think that if if I could toast to someone, I would toast to young me, if that even makes sense. Like if you ever watch a movie where you go back to the past and you see yourself as a kid, I would toast to myself, because everybody has problems, but it's how you deal with these problems that you come out on top. So I know that I went through a lot of crap, and maybe a part of me would want to tell myself, be careful when you do this, or when you're about to go to this place, be careful to. But I think that things happen for a reason, and they mold you and they teach you about things. And I would toast myself, just because I'm still a very happy, positive individual. I'm far from naive, but I guess that's something that you learn with age. You learn to know better. Um, and if time doesn't move on, then my Disney fairy tale won't come true. So I'm very happy to be turning 26 and to still have you in my life, whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, just because I love it. And if I were to give any advice to any younger generation, I would say not to try to fit in. Now, I'm not saying to go get your Lady Gaga outfit ready and go to school, because if you get called sent home, I can't go pick you up. But I think sometimes, and this is something that I learned from my grandmother, because she always used to tell me that I'm not supposed to fit in because I'm meant to stand out. I think that sometimes people, they choose to stick around to something that's abusive and self-destructive just to be a part of something, when you realize that es mejor estar solo que mal acompañado. So don't try to fit in. Be yourself, because be yourself, be yourself. No, be yourself, because sometimes people admire you and look at you for that, and you just don't notice it. And sometimes people are just too afraid to follow in the same path that you have. Robert Frost. So thank you for being a part of my last 25 years. And here's to another 25, hopefully. Well, yeah, I'm still a vegetarian, so hopefully I'll live on to be another 80. And thank you. And if you're gonna sing to me normal, the whole happy birthday to you, because I hate that whole Christina happy birthday. Yeah, I hate that. So thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you and give you a big hug, and that applies to everyone. So cheers.